even though I fight a lot, I enjoy what I do. Yeah, in the sense that yeah, that's part of the films are made not because they're sponsored by anybody. The films were not. I mean, I'm not a filmmaker waiting to make my next film. I go sometimes a few years without making a film, and so the only time I actually make a film is when I'm very deeply involved in the issue, and then you face whatever comes. So making the film and then showing the film in whatever way is possible. Yeah, I think it's a completely legitimate term because that is what the world is facing and has been facing for quite a few decades. And my films have been dealing with this since the 80s, because up to that point I was making films about working class movements and fights for basic needs. But by the mid 80s, all that changed with the rise of fundamentalism. And so for the next several decades, that is what I've been doing and continue to do in one form or the other. They're not, I mean, the films are not repetitions, but they are developing the same ideas, same set of ideas. I think it's very useful to have a comparative discipline of comparing religious studies, and especially religion and violence, and see how it manifests in different countries and different regions of the world, because there are common factors everywhere, although there are obviously differences. My attitude to where it should be shown is that it should be shown everywhere. So I don't distinguish. If the right-wing groups invite me and promise my safety, I'd be happy to go. And I have done it a few times where I was sure that at least they're willing to discuss it and not, beat me up. So if that can be assured, then I think that's the most fruitful thing that you can do, is to actually interact with the people that are being critiqued by the films. And yeah, we just, because otherwise you end up talking to like-minded people who all agree with everything you're saying, and so it's not breaking new ground. So I prefer the places where I get opposition, as long as it's not physical opposition.